Federal employees newly out of work might look to build new careers. To help, Georgetown School of Continuing Studies is offering a big tuition discount. Joining Federal Drive host Tom Temin earlier with the details was the school's dean, Kelly Otter.
And I guess I'd want to get continuing studies at a place as prestigious as Georgetown University. Tell us about the School of Continuing Studies, the fields it covers, and then we'll get into the program you're offering for feds.
Thank you so much. So the School of Continuing Studies, or SCS as we call it at Georgetown, is a school that really looks at the academic and professional life cycle of our learners. So we have programs that really span the range of people's experience in school and in the workforce. So we offer summer programs for high school, pre-college students. We have an adult degree completion program online, a number of graduate professional degrees reflecting fields like urban planning, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence management, and many more. We also have a master's and doctorate in liberal studies, reflecting the humanities and social science strength at the institution. And then we offer certificate programs for people who are upskilling and reskilling, custom education, global education, and an English language center. So it's a very broad portfolio.
So you can get a degree, or you can get a certification, or you can just take courses to further your pursuit.
That's exactly right.
All right. For federal employees, tell us what you are offering, what areas are eligible, and what the deal is.
So what we decided to do, really as part of a larger institutional effort as well, that was initiated by President Groves, is we wanted to look at programs that reflect the labor market needs currently. And we also got some direct input from industry leaders. So the programs that we selected out of our portfolio are reflecting fields that kind of match those the skills and expertise that former federal workers have and needs in the workforce. So we're emphasizing artificial intelligence governance and compliance, cybersecurity strategy, data science, finance for non-financial managers, project management, and leadership program and a negotiation program. Those are the ones we've selected.
And these sound like areas where people might be or might have overseen the technical or the doers in a field, like coders, but are not actually technical themselves. And that's a big swath of the federal government, is overseeing technical work, which might be done maybe by contractors, sounds like.
Yes, that's right. And that really does fit with the approach that we have taken to program development, because we at the institution at SCS focus more on that leadership, management, organizational strategy approach and level of expertise. And we don't do so much in terms of skill development, like Python coding and so forth. We do some of those things, but we do focus more on that managerial level.
And I guess it's fair to say that those that supervise this type of work should have a rudimentary understanding, at least know why someone's using, say, Python as opposed to C# or something, even if they can't actually push the buttons themselves.
It's critical to understand how something works, so you can manage a network of people with complementary skills. Absolutely. That's what strategy is.
And if you look at the breakdown of federal employees by GS level in general, probably half of them are GS 13 and above to begin with. I mean, that's just the numbers from OPM. So you've got a pretty big target of people that do this type of managerial planning, oversight type of work or policy development.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were thinking. We were hoping to meet people where they have been currently in their careers and then help them transition across sectors, applying and transitioning those abilities across sectors.
We are speaking with Dr. Kelly Otter. She's Dean of the School of Continuing Studies at Georgetown University. And in speaking with industry, what's your sense of the demand for large numbers of recently let go federal employees? I mean, is there a place for them to go locally or nationally?
We certainly hope so. That is going to be a challenge. We don't know much at this point. This is all unfolding very quickly. We know from the work that we do, day in and day out, that it's always a process of helping our adult students be marketable with the skills and knowledge they have in a particular region. So we help them understand that they have to provide, evidence, applied projects, a portfolio to demonstrate their ability to contribute in a job. So we feel like the federal workers will be very strongly competitive because they have years of portfolio of work that demonstrates a number of high-level skills, and we want to give them that boost with these programs that might just put them over the edge. And so it's a remain to be seen.
And over the years, has the SCS actually had substantial numbers of current federal employees enrolled just because they want to further their careers?
We actually have. It tends to run in SCS. It tends to be about 10%. And over the years, to meet the needs of that population, we have offered a 10% discount on degree programs. So we're continuing that. And we're also expanding that to recently separated federal workers. So people who have separated from a federal job in the last year will also be offered a 10% discount in almost every master's program at the institution. The only one that this does not apply to is the MBA. But our graduate programs want to try to assist as well.
And for the certificate programs, even a bigger discount.
That's exactly right. We're offering a 30% discount on the certificates in areas around AI governance, cybersecurity, strategy, et cetera. And we're also offering some career support because part of this transition is understanding how you need to network, understanding your career development trajectory. If you've been at a job for a long time, you've been going deep into your abilities and you've been building knowledge over years. And so suddenly people have to think about transferring that into a new sector. So we're offering not only the educational component, but the career support component as well.
And that's a little bit in the DNA of Georgetown University. I mean, you mentioned the current president, I think, was director of the Census Bureau a couple of administrations ago. And I think a couple of presidents maybe have come from Georgetown.
Yes, we have a strong commitment to our Jesuit values at the institution, such as terms that we use, cura personalis, which means care of the whole person, and women and men for others, which is a service-oriented value. And the way we see this is federal employees have spent their careers serving the public good, often quietly with great dedication. And as agencies downsize or restructure, we see it not only as our responsibility, but our privilege to stand with these individuals. So by offering a bridge to new opportunities, we can honor their service and help them continue making meaningful contributions in the private sector and beyond.
And does the Georgetown School of Continuing Studies offer online? Is it something that can be pursued virtually, or do they have to go to the campus with the worst parking in the world?
No, we understand that parking challenge. So we work to be as flexible as possible. So our certificate programs are all online, and our career services will be offered virtually. At the same time, local people can come to the school and they can meet in person with a faculty member or with a staff member. So we call this a multimodal approach. And we want to be as accessible as possible. At the graduate level, if people opt to take a master's degree, some are offered in a hybrid modality, some are online and some are in person.
All right. And have you seen any demand yet, or is this all too new to have any sense of how many people will come traipsing there?
We have certainly seen an uptick in interest in applications. We don't have numbers yet. We've just rolled this out in the last couple of weeks, but we do have the systems in place to measure it. But across the board, we are seeing an uptick. So we think people are reaching out for the support.
Kelly Otter is Dean of the School of Continuing Studies at Georgetown University, speaking there with Federal Drive host Tom Temin. We'll post this interview at federalnewsnetwork.com/Federal Drive. You can listen to the Federal Drive on demand on our website or wherever you get your podcasts.